at Noon starts right now.
Well, today at noon, what you need to know ahead of another busy weekend. As you're out grabbing your last minute back to school items, the road closures that could get in your way, plus what parents need to know about bus routes ahead of Northside ISD's first day of school on Monday. And if you're trying to get the most out of the last bit of summer break, we've got what you need to know about the weekend events, including parking information for people heading out to see the stadium tour tonight. But first, San Antonio fire crews are now cleaning up after a water heater causes a fire on the west side of the city. Now, the fire happened around 10 this morning on Southwest Loop 410 near West Shire and Latigo Drive. Now, crews say flames were shooting out of the roof, but they got the fire knocked down pretty quickly. No one was hurt, but at least 9 units were affected. Taking a quick look out there with a live cam. Yes, another sunny afternoon and very little clouds there, Mia.
Yeah, exactly. Plenty of sunshine, blue skies, which is what's going to help temperatures once again crank up into the upper 90s and low triple digits later on this afternoon. Very similar to what we've seen over the past several days and also similar to what we're going to continue to see into the upcoming weekend. So here's a look at current conditions outside. 91 here in San Antonio, feeling like 99. Here's a little bit of good news, especially for folks in New Braunfels and Del Rio. Your feels like temperature right now right at 100 degrees. A lot better than where we were this time yesterday in those locations and even Wednesday as well. Boerne currently at 88, Kerrville at 87. That sunshine's going to continue into this afternoon as well, helping high temperatures once again here in San Antonio reach the low triple digits. Forecast high around 101 in the Alamo City. Factor in the humidity. It will once again feel closer to 105. If you have any Friday evening plans that you're stepping out to, 97 by 7 p.m., 89 expected later on tonight at 10 under mostly clear skies. Winds out of the south-southeast at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. High pressure is still in control of our weather pattern, and that is going to be the case not only into the upcoming weekend where high temperatures still around 101 are expected, but even into early next week. However, we could see a few changes work in by this time next week, maybe a few rain chances as well. We're going to get you those details and what we'll be monitoring coming up a little bit later on, Steph.
Well, we have had a lot of kids going back to school this week, along with the teachers and staff, but we're talking about closures this weekend on the northwest side, and actually things are not going to be too bad in the grand scheme of things. Want to let you know right now, again, the flyovers, that is what they're working on right there as we take a look at this TransGuide shot there, I-10 at 1604. So let's give you some details on this weekend's closure and kind of get you safely around this area. This is going to be, again, the 1604 North Expansion Project. So I-10 East and West, the main lanes will be closed. 1604 East and West, main lanes there as well. All 4 cloverleafs, but get this. This will only be for an 8-hour time period starting Friday night at 10 o'clock in the evening and then going through Saturday 6 a.m. So they should clear things out by the Saturday morning rush. If you still have to get some back to school items, you should be okay. If you want to hang out at the Rim, the shops at La Cantera, you still should be okay. But again, that closure in the overnight hours from Friday night into Saturday morning, La Cantera Parkway, all the way to Lock Hill, Selma, UTSA Boulevard, all the way up to the Rim. We have more information on this closure and everything else traffic related on KSAT.com. Again, we are expected to get Northside ISD. They're going back to school on Monday, so stay safe around those school zone and keep safe around those kids. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Thanks, RJ. That is good news, a quicker window of time there. And you can get a closer look at this road closure on our website, KSAT.com. We have a map with all the details. You can just scan that QR code right there on the bottom of the screen. Well, Northside ISD students head back to class again on Monday. And one way that parents can prepare, make sure that you know your child's bus route. The district says that their bus routes are online for parents and students to look over. District officials, though, are urging parents to have their children get familiar with the bus stops so they'll know where they need to be to catch the right bus. So you can scan that QR code on your screen right now. That will take you to bus route information for several local districts, including Northside ISD. And there are some changes this year. So Cecilia Solis, Northside ISD's Director of Transportation, says there will be more routes thanks to a new elementary school.
New bus routes added to our newest elementary school, Chumley Elementary, and so those children living in that neighborhood that are going to be attending Chumley might have a new bus route.
And the district is still dealing with shortage of bus drivers, so here's one way they're handling that.
have to create double bus routes, but it's less than 20 at this point in time.
We did speak to the district last week, and they told us that they had just over 30 positions available for bus drivers. Now, a new study reveals the most dangerous time to drive in Texas is between 9 and 9:59 at night. The study from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration looked at deadly crashes from 2017 through 2022. It found out that 1,009 of the 21,517 deadly crashes in our states happened during that time period. Now, that is 6.55% higher than any other time in the day. New at noon, the Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office has identified a woman who was stabbed and killed at a home on the city's Southside last Tuesday. 41-year-old Stephanie Angelita Mendoza was found with multiple stab wounds during a welfare check after San Antonio police responded to a call for a domestic disturbance last week. Police said she had gone to the residence alone and nobody had heard of her for several hours. 52-year-old James Mendoza was arrested and he is being charged with murder. Now, if you or someone you know is struggling in an abusive relationship, we have a list of resources for you. You can scan the QR code on your screen and it will take you to our website where we have all those resources listed, as well as explainers on what domestic violence entails and how it builds gradually. Now, San Antonio will soon be home to South Texas's first Arboretum, but before that can happen, organizers and planners want to hear from you. So there will be a community input workshop on Monday, and you have two options to attend, so either at 3:30 that afternoon or at 5:30 Monday afternoon. This will be held at Mission Library on Roosevelt Avenue. The team behind the Arboretum wants you to know that what you want, they want to know what you want from the project, so Monday sessions will cover the project's long-term goals. And if you can't attend, there is a survey that you can take online as well. We have that link on KSAT.com. There you'll also find a draft of the project's master plan process. Arboretum San Antonio will occupy 188 acres of land on the southeast side, not far from Brooks City Base. Well, a local veteran and Purple Heart recipient was given a specially designed accessible home today in Boerne. Our Devin Karp was there to get his reaction this morning when it happened.
For the last 2 years, Sergeant Maverick has been waiting for a home to call his, and now after work from nonprofits, they were able to specially build something just for him and his needs.
Sergeant Ernesto, who goes by Maverick, was in Iraq in 2005 when he lost his left leg to an IED. That's left the Purple Heart recipient in a wheelchair for most of his day-to-day life, which has made accessibility hard in his own home. The Home Depot Foundation teamed up with Jared Allen's Homes for Wounded Warriors to build his family this fully furnished house, complete with wide walkways, low counters, and a wheelchair-accessible shower.
The excitement is through the roof. I'm blown away. This is not what I expected. This is above and beyond from what I thought was what it was. When I came in here, seeing all this, I'm like watching the show. I'm in the show right now.
So far, Jared Allen's Homes for Wounded Warriors nonprofit has been able to give 24 other veterans around the country a home like this one.
Now, this home, crafted specifically with Sergeant Maverick's need in mind, is going to be his to keep mortgage-free. In Bulverde, I'm Devin Karp, KSAT 12 News.
Well, a lot of back-to-school shopping lists have headphones on them, and why finding the best headphones for children is important for their health. Advice from a pediatric audiologist next. Headphones are on the school supply list for elementary students in San Antonio, but which headphones are the safest for your child and how loud is too loud? Well, our Sarah Acosta spoke with a local pediatric audiologist about how to keep your child's hearing safe as they head back to school.
With students as young as first grade using headphones in our local classrooms, how can parents keep their children's hearing safe? Dr. Dana Hernandez is a pediatric audiologist in Baptist Health System who says anything under 70 decibels is a safe audio level for children.
For example, normal conversation is between 50 to 70 dB. Sports events can range from 94 to 100 dB. Lawnmowers are like 80 to 100 dB. So that kind of gives you a perspective of volume and loudness in terms of decibels. But generally 70 dB or below is safe.
When shopping for your child's headphones on their supply list, Dr. Hernandez says over-the-ear headphones are safer for young children, and to make sure to buy headphones specifically for kids. Like, you can see some options on my computer screen on Amazon for under $13.
Children's headphones usually have a max output limit on them. So most of the headphones that are made for children are made to have an max output of 70 dB.
She says earbuds can be used by teenagers, but as long as they don't have them in for longer than 8 hours a day, clean them weekly to avoid ear infection, and keep the audio at a low level. She says if not, it can cause noise-induced hearing loss.
I have seen an increase of that in teenagers. They can start to get symptoms of tinnitus or the ringing in the ears just because they're damaging and starting to stimulate those hair cells.
She says it's time to get your child's hearing tested if you see these warning signs.
They're noticing the volume being turned up, having to repeat things to them often, concerns from the teachers saying that they're not sure they're following along or listening. If they look like they're confused or lost when they're saying something, or if they repeat something back that isn't anything to like what they were asked or what was told, that's a good sign that they should get their child's hearing tested.
Sarah Costa, KSAT 12 News.
Well, we did some price comparisons about a week ago, and in general, you can expect to spend around $60. So that's on the basics, and that can vary depending on what you want to spend on things like backpacks and headphones. So if you're on a budget, here's some 4 money-saving tips to keep in your back pocket. So first of all, you can look beyond that back-to-school section. And during our price checks, we found better prices on expensive items like water bottles and other parts of the store, specifically in the clearance section. So don't forget to check those areas. And of course, don't forget to download the store apps. That's where you can find digital coupons. So just take a look at all the coupons we found just this morning, and this on Target and H-E-B apps. Also, store apps have maps. That way you can find your items more quickly. And finally, if you're shopping online, don't be fooled by those flash deals for sure. You can easily check an item price's store history, the price history. Well, you can use sites like Camel. That one works with Amazon items, and we tried it out with a pair of kids' headphones so you could see the item's price history, including its lowest priced and its highest priced. Good reminder there as you shop for school, and if you're shopping this weekend, it's going to be a warm one, Mia.
It certainly is. Yet more high temperatures in the low triple digits expected here in San Antonio and surrounding areas. We've got a few high clouds out there right now. Unfortunately, those high clouds not really the type to provide a lot of us with any good shade. Wish we could also find a little bit of rain out there today. Take a look at the aquifer level for this Friday, down 0.2 of a foot at 629.9. We're about 27 feet below the August average. Here is some good news. Mold still the only allergen present in today's pollen count. They are low at 340. Another check of that weekend forecast coming up.
Another jam-packed weekend here in the Alamo City. And as always, we do have you covered. So there's a full list on KSAT.com. And one of the big events, the Summer Stadium Tour. So that's classic rockers Def Leppard, Journey, and the Steve Miller Band will perform tonight at 6 at the Alamo Dome. And there are still tickets available out there. So if you're going to the concert, plan ahead to find parking options. And remember, you can now reserve off-site parking ahead of the event to secure your spot. So if you're reserving a spot, you can do that online, but spots have been filling up pretty fast. So the rates range from about $5 to $75. There's also VS Park and Ride. It's offering service to the show at the Crossroads location. That's at 151 Crossroads Boulevard. And it costs about $1.30 for each passenger each way. Well, other events this weekend, La Vita is holding its market days 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturday. And there's 2 free movie screenings on Saturday. So that's Lilo and Stitch, and that's at the Rock at La Cantera during its Rock and Shop Night Market. That's 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. The Mission Marquee Plaza will have a free movie screening from 7 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. for Wonka, and that's at 3100 Roosevelt Avenue. Locals can also get in on a free at the Briscoe Western Arts Museum for Locals Day. That is on Sunday. So just a reminder, we have all of this information on our website, KSAT.com. You can just go to the Things to Do section of KSAT.com.
Wow, it's a jam-packed weekend.
It really is. Well, at least a lot of those events are happening indoors. I mean, the movie screening, I guess, at the Rock will be outside, but at least maybe it's later in the evening.
Yep, and you know, the first weekend of school starting, for some, the last weekend of summer, just kind of depending on when your child goes back to school. A lot of folks may be trying to embrace it. Keep the sunscreen handy and the water bottle handy. Very similar to what we've seen the past several days. Really just more of the same copy and paste weather expected both tomorrow into Sunday and even early next week as well. We do like to put things in perspective for you. It has been very hot over the past several days, but all in all, not nearly as bad as what we were dealing with this time last year. Take a look at these side-by-side comparisons. On the right-hand side of your screen, 2023. On the left-hand side, this year. So far, to date, we've seen 19 triple-digit days, not including today. So today will make number 20 for us here in San Antonio. But this time last year, we were already at 50. And when it comes to our average summer temperature, taking into account all of the afternoon highs and the morning low temperatures, you average them together. So far, our average temp this summer is about 2 degrees below where we were at this time last summer. So we deal with the heat all the time here in San Antonio and South Central Texas. Just at least it's not as bad as what we were dealing with 365 days ago. But we will have more opportunities, at least in the foreseeable future, this weekend and into next week, to tack on to that overall total number of triple-digit days in San Antonio. Today, our forecast high around 101. That will continue tomorrow and even into Sunday. We could see those thermometers build by a degree or two Monday, Tuesday, even into Wednesday. For context, keep in mind the average high for this time of year is about 97, but notice on Thursday we're closer to 100, so a few degrees quote unquote cooler. That's also the time frame where we will be monitoring for potentially a few isolated storm chances to work back in to our forecast. So let's go ahead and talk about that setup. Right now, no rain chances in the forecast today. High pressure very much in control. We're sandwiched in between two different lobes of high pressure this Friday afternoon. It is a little bit of a different story off to our northeast. Some rain and storms pushing across the Ohio River Valley and even up into the Great Lakes region. That's all ahead of this cool front attached to this low pressure system moving across the northern tier. That unfortunately is not going to affect us, but as additional storms start to fire up this afternoon and evening, some could potentially be severe, especially for places like Wichita, even Tulsa and Oklahoma City. That activity is going to stay well north of our area, and high pressure is still going to be the name of the game all the way into the start of next week. By Wednesday, still pretty dry here and hot in San Antonio. But as we advance this on in time, by this time next week, so next Friday and even into the following weekend, that high pressure system could work ever so slightly off to the west, slightly loosening its grip on our weather pattern in South Central Texas and leave just enough room for an area of low pressure to work through the northern Gulf, potentially into South Texas, and fling additional moisture into the San Antonio area. That could help spark up those isolated chances for rain. So just dry and hot really through next Wednesday, and it's still isolated by Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, but at least we are getting indications that that high pressure system moves out of the way just a little bit, and we'll start to introduce a few rain chances back into the forecast. By the way, if you missed it, latest drought monitor update that came in yesterday, we will take any rain that we can get. Moderate drought in place here in San Antonio, even more drought, especially when it comes to severe and even a pocket of extreme drought across the hill country and west of the I-35 corridor. But in the meantime, it is just more heat and plenty of sunshine each and every afternoon, with those high temperatures still in the low 100s. And we'll also continue to start off each morning very warm and muggy stuff with those low temperatures in the upper 70s, right near 80 degrees.
Thank you, Mia. Well, some Boerne Little Leaguers are doing their hometown proud. What's next for the team after making their Little League World Series debut? The Boerne Little League baseball team will be back at it again on Monday. This comes after they made their Little League World Series debut yesterday. So the team won 9-0, and 4 of those runs coming off a grand slam. Meantime, back here at home, the team's fan base has steadily been growing all around San Antonio as they've made their World Series run. So the team is especially popular in Boerne, where they had multiple watch parties last night. And everyone in attendance at Free Roam Brewery was all smiles after the boys' standout performance. So this is the first time Boerne Little League has made the World Series, and with yesterday's win, their historic run continues Monday, August 19th. Well, now to another hometown favorite, of course, the San Antonio Spurs. The Silver and Black officially unveiled their schedule for the upcoming season. We have the entire thing on KSAT.com, and this year, the Spurs will get a little more attention with 21 games, national TV games broadcasting from coast to coast. So the Spurs will be taking on the New York Knicks on Christmas Day and the Indiana Pacers in Paris on January 23rd and 25th. Well, major changes about to rock the housing market, how it will change the way you buy and sell a home. That's in the next half hour. And we have several recalls to tell you about. Our Ivan Herrera is here to break it all down for us. Well, more than 1 million Samsung slide-in electric ranges and thousands of cans of H-E-B and CVS branded formula have been recalled. Plus, Ford is issuing a do not drive advisory. Digital journalist Ivan Herrera has more details in this week's recall roundup.
Samsung is recalling more than 1.1 million slide-in electric ranges. Their front-mounted knobs could accidentally be activated by people or pets, posing a fire hazard. The electric ranges were linked to 250 fires, 40 injuries, and 7 pet deaths. They were sold at Best Buy, Costco, Home Depot, Lowe's, and other appliance stores nationwide. Contact Samsung for model-compatible locks or covers. The company that manufactures H-E-B and CVS branded premium infant formula with iron milk-based powder has issued a voluntary recall. It affects 16,500 cans of the store-branded formulas that contain vitamin D levels above the maximum level permitted. The lot numbers to look for are T11LMYC, T11LMXC, and T09LMXC. No reports of illnesses or adverse effects have been reported. Contact the manufacturer if you have any questions. And Ford has issued a do not drive advisory for customers who have missed the past safety recalls involving Takata airbag inflators. More than 374,000 vehicles are impacted in the U.S. The age of the vehicles makes the safety hazard even more serious and could cause serious injuries if the airbags explode. The advisory includes older Ranger, Mustang, GT, Fusion, and Edge models. Dealerships have the parts to fix the issue now, and owners are encouraged to repair their affected vehicles immediately.
So Ivan joins us now in the studio, and just right now we were talking about the Ford Do Not Drive advisory. Is particularly important to pay attention if you drive one of those vehicles you listed. So why is that, Ivan?
It's very dangerous. So let's talk about it a little bit. Stephanie, that's because some of the cars are near 20 years old, and the situation with the airbags can get even more dangerous as they get older. Now, if the airbags explode, they can expel sharp metal fragments during a crash, causing serious injury or even death for drivers or passengers. Now let's talk about some of those models that are included in the Ford Do Not Drive advisory. Those vehicles were included in recalls as early as 2015, and those include 2004 to 2006 Ford Rangers, 2005 to 2014 Mustangs, 2005 to 2006 GTs, 2007 to 2010 Ford Edge and Lincoln MKX vehicles. Now you can find a full list of those affected vehicles on KSAT.com right now, and all the recalls that we just talked about.
All right, a lot of vehicles to watch out for. Thank you, Ivan.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Let's look out there with live cam. Anyone driving it gets hot even inside your car.
Yep, you definitely need the air conditioning, and you will continue to need that this afternoon and even more so into the weekend. This heat not going anywhere for the foreseeable future, and that includes right now. If you are about to step out for any lunchtime plans this Friday, we are wrapping up the work week, the first week of school for many. 91 here in San Antonio. It's 92 in Canyon Lake, 96 off to our south in Pleasanton, upper 80s for places like Boerne and Kerrville. But when you factor in the humidity, take a look at our feels like temperatures. Feels like 102 out east in Gonzales, 99 the heat index value in Sabinal, 101 over in Bandera. And even into this afternoon with more sunshine in place, actual air temperature of 99 by 3 p.m. By the time the kiddos are stepping off the school bus, headed home, feeling closer to 105 here in San Antonio with plenty of sunshine in place. Now this weekend, we're still going to see more of that sunshine. Hot and humid, highs near the century mark each and every afternoon, and that will continue into early next week. A hot and humid start, but as we head into the second half of the week, that's when we could start to see a few changes work in when it comes to our overall weather pattern. Maybe a few isolated rain chances returning to the forecast. So we're going to talk about that setup a little bit more in depth as well. And also the latest on Hurricane Ernesto churning over the Western Atlantic, approaching Bermuda this Friday. We're going to have the latest from the National Hurricane Center coming up.
Thank you, Mia. Well, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration wants to help Americans consume less sodium by lowering sodium levels in processed foods. The agency has proposed guidelines with voluntary targets that could help Americans cut their average daily sodium intake by about 20%. Now, before 2021, consumer intake of sodium averaged about 3,400 milligrams per day. If finalized, the FDA's voluntary target would be 2,750 milligrams. The agency says a large percentage of the sodium Americans consume is commercial processed, packaged, and prepared foods where the sodium is added during manufacturing. Some homeowners are rushing to refinance their mortgages now that rates have dropped. This week, the standard 30-year fixed rate mortgage averaged 6.49%. So that was up slightly from the prior week, according to a report released by finance company Freddie Mac yesterday. Last week, mortgage applications surged 17%. That surge was driven by homeowners seeking to refinance, which was up by 35%, according to the Mortgage Bankers Association. Now, mortgage rates are expected to drop even further this year, but it's not clear if they'll fall below 6%. Well, new rules are going into effect tomorrow for real estate brokers that could make home buying more affordable. This stems from a landmark $418 million settlement with the National Association of Realtors. Under new rules that take effect nationwide tomorrow, if you're a buyer, you will have to sign a written contract with your realtor spelling out their compensation before you go on your first home tour.
What it will do is it will clearly spell out and articulate the services that the buyer can expect from their real estate professional, from their agent, their broker, their realtor. And then also, we're having the conversation with the consumer upfront about how we expect to get paid.
Well, the other big change is for home sellers who typically pay 5 to 6% commission, which their realtor and the buyer's broker split. Now, for a home that sells for $400,000, that can mean $24,000 in commissions alone. But now it could become easier for sellers to negotiate who pays those fees. Vice President Kamala Harris is expected to propose tax cuts for middle-class Americans should she win the presidency. Democratic presidential nominee will propose a 4-year plan during her first economic policy speech in North Carolina today. Now, the Harris proposal includes tax cuts for more than 100 million middle-class and lower-income Americans. It also includes $25,000 in down payment assistance for first-time homeowners. Well, in addition, Harris is expected to call for the construction of 3 million new housing units, including tax incentives for building starter homes. The vice president is also expected to announce a federal ban on price gouging to lower the cost of food. That's an idea already drawing criticism from former President Donald Trump.
He wants price controls, and if they worked, I'd go along with it too, but they don't work.
The former president made that comment yesterday. It happened while he was surrounded by groceries for a press conference focused on the economy, where he discussed inflation and electric vehicles. Vice presidential candidates Tim Walz and J.D. Vance have agreed to an October 1st debate. CBS News posted a debate invitation on social media on Wednesday, offering the candidates 4 potential dates. Now, Waltz accepted on Wednesday, posting, "See you on October 1st, JD." Yesterday, Vance also committed to meet after initially saying he wanted to go through the debate rules with CBS first. Now, Vance also said he has accepted CNN's debate invitation for September 18th. As you're picking out snacks for your hungry students this school year, you're going to notice there's a ton of options out there. So we're discussing which ones to add to your shopping list. Another edition of Friday Finds after the break.
Happy Friday. The first weeks of back to school are in full swing. Here with our Friday Finds is content creator Lauren Lavati with some ways to save on those back to school snacks. Good morning, Lauren.
Good morning, Patty.
All right. Well, this is a problem all of us can relate to, the rising cost of food. What have you found that can help families save?
Yeah, so a great place to start is the MyAGB app. There are hundreds of digital coupons found in the app, and now that back to school is in full swing, they kind of gear a lot of their coupons towards that. So like right now, you can actually get 2 pounds of cosmic apples, and you'll get $1.50 off those 2 pounds, which makes each pound about 75 cents. We also have a combo loco offer where you can buy the 12-pack of Cheez-It snacks and get the Rice Krispies for free, which is a great deal. And also, it's still super hot here in Texas, so for an afternoon snack after school, you can grab the Luigi's Italian Ice. Those are $2.98, and we have a $2 off unlimited coupon, which is going to make each one of those only 98 cents. So great deals on snacks and other back-to-school items right now at HEB.
All right, thanks for doing the math for me. What about some low-cost, fast meals for parents that are trying to adjust to this new schedule?
Yeah, the meal deals at HEB are going to be a great option. And like I mentioned, since it is back to school time, they're going to gear a lot of their offers towards that. So recently we've even had where you can buy the lunch meat and you're going to get all the sides free. And sometimes they even do it for dinner items where you get the main entree and all the sides are going to be completely free with their meal deal coupons.
All right, Lauren, and in the past, you've mentioned rebate apps. How do these work?
Rebate apps are a great option to save money as well. I'm going to mention my favorite, which is Ibotta, and it's really simple to use. All you have to do is download the Ibotta app, and on the app, there's going to be hundreds of offers for grocery items and other household products. All you have to do is add those to your list, go to the store, buy those items, and then submit your receipt, and they're going to give you cash back, which you can then cash out to your bank account or even for a gift card.
Oh, those are good suggestions. Thank you so much for joining us today. You can follow her on Instagram at TXFrugalFinds. Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
Let's look out there with live cam. A lot of people already back in school this week, but we're going to have a lot of students starting on Monday, so kind of technically the last summer day for these students.
The last weekend of summer for all of these kiddos. And we were mentioning it earlier this week when you have your mental checklist of everything that those kids need. Yes, the backpack, yes, the lunchbox, and also the water bottle. Even for those that are outside after school, band practice, sports practice, just making sure that they are staying hydrated. And that is going to be the case again today. Right now we're at 91. We're expected to climb upwards of about 101 later on this afternoon. So that is a few degrees above the average, but we should sit just shy of the record for today of 104 that actually was just set back last year. So we'll have another check at that toasty forecast plus a breakdown of what's going on in the tropics.
Good afternoon. We're hanging on to that 91 degrees. like we're hoping the triple digits just won't happen.
Yeah, let's manifest all the good energy, right? When it comes to keeping all of that away. We talk about the heat a lot this time of year, and that's not going anywhere this weekend and into next week, as we've been talking about, but also something that we keep very close tabs on in August, the tropics. specifically when it comes to the Atlantic Basin and the Gulf of Mexico. Nothing in the Gulf, nothing is expected to move into the Gulf for the foreseeable future. However, we are keeping eyes on Hurricane Ernesto. We just got a brand new update in from the National Hurricane Center a little bit early. This is the 1 p.m. update. Hurricane Ernesto is approaching Bermuda. It is expected to start affecting and impacting Bermuda with heavy rain, some storm surge, of course, higher winds later on this evening and into tomorrow. Sustained winds at 100 miles per hour now. So it has strengthened quite a bit over the past couple of days. Pressure down to 969 millibars, moving north-northeast at 14 miles per hour. Here is the latest forecast track from the National Hurricane Center on where Ernesto is expected to go. Again, moving over or very close to Bermuda later on tonight and into tomorrow morning. Then it's expected to work its way into the northern Atlantic throughout the weekend and even into early next week. You can see it is expected to stay well east of the United States. So we are not expecting any impacts to the local 48. And of course, here in San Antonio, nothing like that expected from Ernesto over the next several days. Hurricane warnings, though, are out for Bermuda in particular, where now rainfall totals could sit in the 6 to 12 inch range. Localized pockets of 15 inches, certainly a possibility by the time all is said and done. As we take a look at what else is out there in the Atlantic Basin, there are a few disturbances here and there, but they are not being flagged by the Hurricane Center for potential development over the next week or so. And that likely is still due in part to some plumes of Saharan dust that are coming off the coast of Africa, working through the central Atlantic as well. For us here in San Antonio, we are not expecting any high concentrations of Saharan dust to move in for the foreseeable future either. So that is good news, but we will keep you posted on that in the days ahead. In the meantime, we will just still be dealing with the heat as we often do in mid-August. 101, the forecast high temperature here in San Antonio this afternoon. Check out Abilene, a forecast high of 104, 103 even in Little Rock, Arkansas. That's where we will find some excessive heat warnings that are in place today. Even some heat advisories in orange that does stretch over into East Texas and close to the Red River as well. All thanks to these high pressure systems that are not going anywhere into the upcoming weekend. So we can expect more scenes like this. Plenty of sunshine, blue skies, maybe some high clouds moving through from time to time. 91 right now here in San Antonio, feeling like 99. Throughout the afternoon, here's our forecast high of 101 expected, feeling closer to 105, even 107 when it comes to those feels like temperatures by about 4 to 5 o'clock. 97 by 7 p.m., mostly clear skies taking us through Friday evening plans. 92 by 9 p.m. Then we'll start to see those temperatures fall into the 80s later on tonight. Here's a look at forecast highs across the region. 100 out east in Gonzales, 98 in Kerrville, 104 in Cotulla later on today, 105 in Carrizo Springs. We will copy and paste this forecast for the most part tomorrow and into Sunday. Your high temperatures near 101, feeling closer to 105 each and every afternoon. Now, as that high pressure system starts to work its way ever so slightly off to the west, by this time next week, it's possible we see a few isolated chances for rain return really as early as Thursday and potentially into next weekend. So we will also keep you posted on that in the days ahead. Until then, we'll be right back.
Thank you, Mia. Well, breaking news happening right now. San Antonio police announcing they have made an arrest in the deadly Sonic drive-in shooting. Now, that shooting happened at the beginning of July and killed 33-year-old Daniel Shrewsbury. According to police, Shrewsbury was a manager and he got into an argument with a customer at that restaurant located at Babcock Road near the medical center. Police say the shooter drove off. Well, San Antonio police not announcing the name of the person arrested yet, but when they do, we will stream that on KSAT.com. That announcement from SAPD is expected soon. Well, more schools start the fall semester on Monday, and SA Live is getting you ready for the first day of school with tips and tricks for parents and kids. Jen and Fiona are at Market Square with the preview.
Well, we've got spirit. Yes, we do. We've got spirit. How about you? And that is the best we're going to do with that. Okay, we're diving into the new school year with a spirit squad from Judson High School.
And it's not just spirit teams. We're helping you get organized for the new school year. We have HGTV's Mikkel Welsh helping us with pantry organization tips and tricks, plus a drop zone that you can create for your family to make life easier. Also, Esme Gonzalez, a local professional organizer, shows us a DIY homework station for your kiddo. No matter what their age is, you can pull this off.
And we know that all that back to school technology can sometimes be a little challenging, so we've got the tech guy to break it all down. Plus, your kids can step into the world of innovation and exploration at Area 21 at the Boeing Center for their space program.
And do you want to channel your child's creativity? Well, Pinspiration can help you. They have all kinds of projects. Continuing on from the summer into the new school year, you can get creative with them and enter to win a James Avery contest. There's jewelry available, so we'll tell you all about how you can win some of that.
All that and more when SA Live continues just a few minutes away.
Well, your deepest fears will come to life this Halloween season at one of San Antonio's favorite haunted houses. 13th Floor Haunted House San Antonio will open September 13th and will run select nights through November 9th. So general admission tickets will be available online starting very soon, August 21st. And Fright fans can also look forward to some new spooky attractions this year. So you can read more about that on our website, KSAT.com. Happening right now, travelers at San Antonio International Airport will get to enjoy a petting zoo. So it's from 1 to 2 this afternoon. And the petting zoo includes a calf, donkey, and a goat. This is happening in the Terminal B baggage claim.
There you go. Stepping off the plane and then you just have a ton of animals
Some friends
right there
to greet you.
You need like emotional support maybe too. Aww. That's fun. That's fun. Well, yes, it's going to be a hot one for everyone coming to San Antonio. For those in cooler climates, might be a little shock to the system. 101 feeling like 105 at 5 p.m. Then we'll start to see those temperatures fall into the 90s for any evening plans. By the way, speaking of Halloween earlier, only 76 days away. You might be dreaming of some cooler times as well. 104 days away from Thanksgiving, 131 days away from Christmas, and only 8 days away from college football, at least the start of it. So that's very exciting. I know a lot of folks here at KSAT are really pumped about that as well. Plenty of sunshine in